ona bo igrala, tako kot se napreduje.
Shri Panchatattva ki jai. Radha Madhava Mohan ki jai. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Ananta Kutsa Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Shri Hare Nam Sankirtana Yagya ki jai. Krishna Hare-rama, Hare-rama, Rama-rama, Hare-Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krišna, hvala Mataji za kirtan. Se čuje? Čuje. Okay, lep pozdrav, hvala, da ste nas obiskali na našem bhakti-joga centru, templju. Spravi še enkrat hvala za kirtan. Sudej bila sini Mataji in ekipa. Zdaj sledi predavanje. Sicer bo imel predavanje o Joshvi Prabhu. Po mojega večino že poznate, ga na hiter predstavil, on je iz Bhakta iz Bosne. Potuje po celem svetu, je zelo znan kirtanija, tudi poučuje petje. In ja, po mojega že poznate. Ima zelo odlične kirtane. Upam, da bomo danes še kaj slišali. Piska. V kojem jeziku? English?
English, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe better.
Ja vem, slovenski tudi srbohrvaški.
Everybody understands English? Svi razumijo engleski?
Da, imamo, we have usually translation if it's in English, so I think we have more people who can translate from English to Slovene than from Serbo-Croatian to English.
Na Japan?
Da.
Na English?
Okay. Kdo bi lahko prevajal? Iz angliščine na slovenščino.
Iz angliščine v slovenščino, ja, lahko.
Torej, če rabi kdo prevod iz angliščine, lahko pri Chandri Prabhuju, tamle gospodovi v rdeči jopci, lahko dobite slušalke. Tak da. Ok. Boš tle.
Hare Krishna, Hare Bol. Everybody feels good?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. So, we can sing a little bit. Jai Radha Madhava? Jai Radha Madhava Jai Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Jai Radha Madhava Jai Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Jai Kunja Bihari Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Jai Giri Varadari Jai Giri Varadari Oh Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Jai Giri Varadari Jana Vallabha Jai Giri Varadari Jai Radha Madhava Jai Kunja Bihari Jaya Yashodana Dana Braja Jana Ranjana Jai Jaya Yashodana Dana Braja Jana Ranjana Jai Jaya Yashodana Dana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodana Dana Braja Jana Ranjana Jai Jaya Yashodana Dana Braja Jana Ranjana Jaya Yamuna Tiravanachari Jai Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Jai Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Kunja Bihari, Jai Radha Madhava ki Jai. Oh, Jai Radha Madhava, Jai Kunja Bihari. Oh, Jai Radha Madhava, Jai Kunja Bihari. Shri Radha Madhava ki Jai, Shri Shri Gauritai ki Jai, Shri Shri Pancha Tattva ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Hari Hari Bol. Thank you very much, dear devotees. So today we was thinking to speak about one specific topic, and that topic is how to experience happiness and spiritual happiness also. Huh? Come on. So we can just together sing one very special mantra. It's Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Everybody knows for this mantra? Yes? Yes. So this mantra is very unique, very special, because it can bring our consciousness to original state, default state, let's say like this. You know that it is described how, like water when it's going from the source to the somewhere far, it's passing through different areas, you know, coming in contact with different elements and becoming a little bit dirty, muddy. In the same way as our consciousness, passing from the source, from beginning a little bit into our lives and different lives, is becoming a little bit muddy. So we stop to see our original personality, our original consciousness. So when we chant this mantra, we have opportunity to come back to original consciousness, and the mantra is very, very, very powerful. So we can sing together. Just sing. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Do you feel when you chant this mantra, is something happening in the atmosphere? I mean, already from the Maha Mantra it happened, but also from this mantra, very special clarity is appearing. Huh? Yes? Did you notice? Also, there are some few elements which we could use when we chant mantras. We can sit straight with a straight back, take a deep breath. It helps a lot, because when we sit like this, our life energy is dying in the body, and not only the mind is becoming dull, but the body also becoming sick when we sit like this. So we should learn to sit with a straight back as much as possible, and if we want to be healthy when we grow up in the mind and also with the body, we can apply these few elements where they are very helpful. But why we need to be healthy, why we need to be with a clear mind, who would like to say? Why we need this clarity, balance, inner peace, or these things? Why we need these things? Who would like to say? Yes, yes, of course, but what means to serve God properly? How can you serve God properly? This is not a tricky question, to punish. It's like, just between us, friends, we are discussing. No? How to serve God properly? What you need to be to serve God properly? When you're attracted with someone, what you are attracted with? What is attractive in someone? Huh? Behavior. What else? Character. Who said? Okay. What else? What else attracts you when you see someone? Energy. Purity. Huh? Body language. Yes, also.
Spiritualness. Spiritualness. How the person is spiritual.
Yes. What else? What is something most attractive? What's catch your attention on the street when someone look at you in a specific way? What is there so interesting? And you catch so much with this? Huh? Huh? Someone is interested in you. Huh? Visual, yeah. Definitely also. But when someone look at you with interest, huh? What do you think about this? Of course, happiness and all these things, they're empowering all. But the most important thing in all this is that someone is interested in you. Okay, beauty, spirituality, everything is good. But if this person is not interested in you, then what is the purpose? There is no use of all this, isn't it? So how to attract God? How to properly serve the God? What do you think?
Totally peaceful.
Huh?
Totally peaceful.
Peaceful? Yeah, definitely. But why we need peacefulness? Huh? Yes. Definitely. But why not interrupted mind?
Because mind gets better concept.
Concept.
Mind is interrupted.
Mm.
And you drop from the body concept, the heart concept.
Yes, definitely. Then you become consciously interested in someone. Yes. So that in the same way, that's what we are also person, like God, like Krishna. So what is the most interesting for us when someone is really interested in you? Like he said in Bhagavad Gita, he described many kinds of holy personalities, like divine personalities or yogis, and he said all of them I consider great. But that one who is in knowledge with me and serves me with love, I consider him the best. Like when you have many friends, and many friends are interested in you out of many reasons and motives. But there is one there, one of your friends is really interested about you. Really, he wants to learn about you, he wants to serve you with love. You will be naturally, close to this person. With these others who are interested in some other motives, being with you, there will not be they will not catch so much of your attention, your mind, isn't it? So this is the most essential part, how we can serve God. Yes, everything is good for him. Like imagine, I'm not interested in you, anybody, you, but I'm giving you so many things, presents, giving and chanting for you, something, but I'm not interested in you. So it's not so. God is, Krishna is all merciful, and he knows the absolute truth. He knows that we, in our pure form, are naturally attracted to him. But now we are a little bit covered, like we mentioned, with this consciousness on the beginning is clear. Then after, when we go into life more and more, the consciousness becomes differently covered. But by using this process of chanting holy names of Lord, we purify our consciousness. Our consciousness comes to original position, without concepts, special concepts, no dramas, no attachments to special beliefs, but just pure understanding of things as they are. So that's something what Krishna likes, something what he would like us to develop. That we are able to love anybody, not depending on social status, on, look, or we was counting all these things, energy, spirituality, character, these are all nice things. But if person serves himself with these things and using others, that's not beautiful. But when someone is using these things, good character, spirituality, to serve others, to be really close to others, to understand them as they are, then this person is considered pure. So I was thinking this morning about, it just came to me because I was thinking about the relationships. We are all in some kind of different relationships, and one interesting thing came to me. It is the science of rasas, of relationships. These 5 rasas: Shanterasa, Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya. Did I miss one? Madhurya. And it is described in Holy Scriptures to be successful in any kind of... Who likes relationships here? Who likes relationships? Who? Only 3, 4. Nobody else likes relationship. So, we love relationships. Relationship is the essence of life. Relation with other person, with love, with deep understanding. It goes up to the Lord and to our original position. If we are not interested in relationship for real, that means we are nirvishesha shunyavadi. And we need to take shelter. Anyway, we need to take shelter, but the Srila Prabhupada's mantra on the end says, nirvishesha shunyavadi pashtata deshatarini. He says, he came here to deliver us from voidism and nihilism, impersonalism, that we are, not really experiencing others, and ourselves as a person, as a real person. So, I remember this example of rasas, the science of rasas, and the first rasa, which is described like essential rasa, like a foundation of all other rasas. Other rasas, they cannot exist without this one, without being established in this first one. And the first one is called Shanterasa. It is described in Chaitanya Charitamrita very nicely, scientifically, that Shanterasa, who knows what is Shanterasa? What is exactly Shanterasa? What means in relationship? I mean, anyway, what do you know? What is the Shanterasa?
Passive admiration.
Passive admiration. Yes. True? Yes. What else? Huh? Yeah, that's what he said. Passive. How do you say passive? Admirance. Да. Пассивно. Да. Да. But it's coming out of where? From where is coming passive admiration? Huh? From? Personal. Yes. It's coming from self-realization. So when you see yourself as a spiritual being, you start to see that all of us are also spiritual beings. So you start to really respect others, and you really acknowledge the existence of other person right there in front of us. You see all there inside. There is a person there, not only body, and my fiction, my imagination about this body, and about some reactions of this body, but you see more deeper, we see more deeper, that there is a person, very beautiful, amazing, irreplaceable person behind the body. So you naturally start to have deep respect. But because relationship is not developed, it's neutral still. So it's very important that we are clearly developing this rasa. If you are in a marriage, I was thinking this because in connection with the marriage and how to have successful marriage. There must be established respect, deep respect between two persons. Otherwise, without respect, the relationship dies. There is no value, neither functionality in relationship without respect. Really true, genuine, active respect. I mean, I'm just sharing with you. I'm also learning this thing, and but to develop ourselves a little bit to more shanta, dasya, to start to serve the person. So we need to have this wonderful, deep respect towards the other ones. So when you develop deep, natural respect, you start to serve a person. This is the first impulse. But what we do usually today in relationships first, we go to the top level immediately. Madhurya. It's okay from one side, but we immediately jump and take the body of other person. The most sacred thing. It is described in Shastra that when someone gives the body, you give your body to other person is the most sacred, most elevated, the most highest thing in the world what exists. That means the person gives everything, not only some thoughts, intellect, but you give and thoughts and intellect and your body to other person. So this means this is the highest perfection, the highest level of love, the highest level. So today we have a little bit opposite concept in society. We jump. We didn't even develop shanta, respect, but we jump to giving the bodies and taking the bodies, let's say like this. Using. And of course what's happening after? We becoming hurted. Because of disrespect, there was no development of respect, therefore we start to become a little bit more reserved. And even from so-called love, we develop hate. And therefore we see so many divorces around, and misunderstandings between couples and married people, and friends, parents, children. And I would like to share just few tips. How much time we have? Okay. So there are Srila Prabhupada, spiritual master there, as you can see. For those who don't know, maybe. He said that to develop real faith in devotional service and in relationship with Krishna, we need to be established in Yama, the first step of yoga. So I will read you shortly what means Yama. There are 5 principles of Yama. So we can shortly discuss about these 5 principles. So, did you heard about this? That to develop faith, real faith, whether it's Krishna, spiritual life, or other person, or world, or your life, we need to develop these 5 principles to become very established in them, to be really into them. So this is, he said, Srila Prabhupada said that Yama needs to be very carefully observed if we want to develop true life, happiness. I mean, everything is for the happiness. Everything is for us to be happy. We don't desire nothing else. Who desires something else besides happiness and love? Is there someone who you think there is something more higher than love and happiness? Huh? No. Just one verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. There is a wonderful verse. The verse said that people doing many mistakes in life because of ignorance. And then they trying to remove these mistakes which they do with ignorance in life. And if they manage to move to neutralize the mistake, they consider themselves happy. So how many times we found ourselves, we made so many mistakes with a partner, with a family, with I don't know what can be a spiritual process, and then we're trying to correct the mistake. And if we correct the mistake, we think we are happy. So we many times was in this situation. But this is not happiness, this verse said. True happiness is something much, much beyond. It's in relation with Krishna, it's in relation with ourselves, with our true self. And I will now share with you these 5 principles of Yama. So first principle of Yama is ahimsa, non-violence. That means we are observing, we dedicated consciously ourselves, thinking, am I doing violence with the words, thoughts and body? So you think, am I doing violence now when I'm speaking with this person? Am I doing violence with this person? And am I doing violence with myself? Am I doing violence with Krishna? So we a little bit think about this. So this is the first principle of Yama, out of 5 of them, which makes spiritual life successful. So first we think about ahimsa, or non-violence. What do you think? Is non-violence good? Are we still doing violence? What do you think? Huh? What do you think? Are we still doing violence? Huh? Yes. Huh? Yes. Huh? Yes? Only one person. No, really, please, feel free to say. Huh? Yeah, we are very violent people. So, yes, maybe we don't eat meat now, and fish, eggs. But violence has so many layers. And for sure, we are making some kind of violence. It is described, if we wouldn't do any violence now we would experience the melting of the heart, the hair would stand on end, the tears would flow from our eyes, and we would cry anywhere where we would look, out of joy and happiness and love. So if we don't cry out of spiritual ecstasy now, that means we are doing some violence now. Then second principle of Yama is Satya. Satya, what means Satya? Who knows what means Satya? Truth. Truthfulness. To be truthful. And wise people, they're joking, they say, at least you shouldn't speak lies. If you don't make violence by saying, speaking lies and lying others and cheating. At least don't say this. So, I mean, this is like a joke. So the second principle is Satya, to be truthful. And I can just shortly give example of when Krishna said to Pandavas in the night before Kurukshetra, he said to them, I will not fight with you tomorrow. And they was totally shocked. Dear Krishna, we gave our best armies, everything the best, because of you. We have trust in you, you're Supreme Lord and our best friend. But now you're saying you will not fight with us tomorrow. And they was begging him, and Arjuna was begging him. Arjuna said, I'm your best friend, Krishna. You are my best friend. I will do anything. Just stay with us. And Krishna said, okay, I will stay with you under one condition. And they said, yes, anything, Krishna, everything. We will do anything. And then Krishna said, if all of you now here will tell all secrets to each other about each other, then I will stay. And they said immediately, and it was not nice. It was jealousy, anger, envy, so many such things. Not so nice at all. Jai Shri Pancha Tattva Ki Jai. And then Krishna stayed. So if we desire that Krishna is with us in our life, we should not have secrets with those people who are in position with us, like husband, wife. We shouldn't have secrets. Any kind of secret. Ooh, if you can do this, you'll be a hero for Krishna. But we have so many secrets. And what secrets are doing? Huh? What secrets are doing? Huh? Yeah, killing love, killing emotions. Then you become emotionless. We're becoming like a dull, like a zombie. We are wandering, and then we start to complain against the partner even. He's making me dull, he's making me limited, he's limiting me, she's limiting me. I have so many stupid reasons. Just because we couldn't be truthful, we couldn't say real truth, And like I desire that person who is with me is truthful, really. That the other person is also desiring the same thing. So it's the second principle of Satya, of Yama. The first step of yoga is Satya. So to really be a true person, to really not lie, to really be honest with others. Not just to fulfill order of religion that you have to be truthful. No, it is for love. When you become truthful, you become free. The lies are like a prison. Lies keeps us dead. They keeps us, limited and imprisoned in dullness, like a zombie. But when you speak in the truth, always keeping yourself on the surface, not lying, and keeping yourself in this culture, then life becomes for you beautiful and amazing thing. Everything which our senses experiencing, every move of our partner, of anything, becomes for us miracle. So this is freedom. This is freedom. So therefore, Satya is also important. And the third principle of Yama is Brahmacharya. So many can hear, when they hear Brahmacharya, no Brahmacharya. I don't know. Maybe someone is good with Brahmacharya. But what means actually really Brahmacharya? Means control senses, restrain yourself a little bit from sensual activities, man, woman, woman, man. But for example, in in the purport, in 3rd canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Srila Prabhupada said, where is discussed about Brahmacharya, he said, if you are intimate and close with your wife or your husband, you're not breaking the vow of celibacy. So this is so beautiful. When you are close with your wife, with your husband, not with someone else, but with your wife, with your husband, then you're not breaking the vow of celibacy. So this is very beautiful. This is the doors to freedom. But if we can be close with someone and stay respectful, that means, like we was mentioning, speaking on beginning, you're working on your Shanterasa. You're always thinking about Shanta, to have respect and seeing other person, the other person's needs, the other person's, presence, then closeness between each other becomes divine. It's something what Krishna himself will glorify all over the universe. And also, to perform sense control is good, to pacify the mind, to balance the body, the mind, the energy within. But to be brahmachari with your wife, for example, and with your husband, but contemplate other women and men, that's trillions times worse than to be intimate with your partner. So we can choose what we will do. So this is also one important steps of Yama. It's Brahmacharya. Then the 4th principle of Yama is called aparigraha. Aparigraha means to give more than to take. To spend our days, our living, our association, our relationships in more giving mood than taking. At least 51% giving, 49% taking. You understand? You wake up in the morning and then you're thinking, how can I give? How can I serve? We always expect, let me turn off the light. No, let my partner turn off the light. Let him wash this, let him wash that, let him do this. And then we enter into mood of user, taker, and we become very far from Krishna. If you want to become attractive to Krishna and close to Krishna and happy in spiritual life, then we need to give more than to take. So we need to consciously think about this, measure. You really, literally, you measure this until you become, established in giving. And it's natural for us because the nature of mind is created from mode of goodness. So when you do good things, mind will start to feel good. And he will immediately feed the heart. The mind will help the heart, our real true emotions. Yes, everything is created from false ego, from ahankara and the mind and everything. But mind is created from the goodness of false ego. So if you want to really satisfy mind, you need to do good deeds. You need to do good for others. If you want to satisfy the heart also. And the 5th principle of Yama is asteyam. Non-stealing, not stealing. Do we steal still? What do you think? I was thinking this morning, about relationships because I'm also in marriage, and then I'm trying to think about this to be more better, And I'm also stealing a lot, of course, When you're not listening to someone, really, you're stealing. Stealing the life out of this person, stealing the love, stealing the energy, stealing the time of this person, stealing the trust. And we are stealing so many things. And if we are still doing all these things, like violence, not speaking truth really, and meditating, working on it, practically, then Brahmacharya, then aparigraha, asteyam, aprigraha, giving more than taking, asteyam, not stealing. So let us little bit pay attention to these principles and work on them. It's really adventure. It's really a wonderful thing because you start to discover your true self. Not only spiritual self, let's say like this, but you start to discover your real nature here in this world. And for the end, I would like just to summarize all this with the instructions of Kapiladev. You heard about Kapiladev? Lord Kapiladev, Krishna's incarnation. And Devahuti, his mother. Who knows about Kapiladev? Raise your hands. Yes. It's very interesting discussion between them, between Devahuti, his mother, and him. It's very beautiful. And on the end of discussion, Devahuti asked him, I'm just a poor, simple human being. How can I practice spiritual life happily? With joy. And then what Kapiladev said, and this is very important. I mean, what I said now about this Yama, these principles, without these principles, it's not possible to have this first step of this, what Kapiladev said. So listen, he said first thing, to be happy in life and spiritual life, because life, really, when you advance a little bit more in spiritual life, you cannot anymore separate life and spiritual life. It becomes one. On the beginning, we separate. This is spiritual, this is material, this is... But as more you're a little bit deeper and respectful and grateful, you can connect more things with Krishna. And then everything becomes a little bit spiritualized. Like prasadam, when you offer food to Krishna, it becomes prasadam. You purify yourself when you eat. The remnants of Lord Krishna's lips. And Lord Kapiladev said, first thing out of 4 for happy life is to do your swadharma, your duties and your nature, your gifts, with the full power. He said, Shaktya. Swadharma eva. I think Shaktya, he said. You see, he said, you need to do whatever you do, with the full power, full presence. But to do something with the full presence, with full power, you need to be very confident this is something what you need to do. And how you will develop confidence that you need to do something what you need to do is that you are clear with this ahimsa, you're working on this, because this will give you clarity, this will give us clarity. Then you see, this is mine. Because your heart is alive, it's not covered with violence, with this speaking lies, with not controlling senses when you need to control, and taking more than giving. It will be, it will be covered. Our heart will be covered. It will not be clear for us what I love to do in my life. And this is the first thing which Kapiladev said. He said, you need to do something what you do, your dharma, with the full presence. So you do something, what you need to do, when you need to do it. Exactly. I mean, we all have problems with this. We are human beings. But work on it every day, little by little. We really develop the habit to work whatever we do, washing dishes, turning on the light, on, off, buying something, cooking, singing. We start to do every single thing with the full presence, with full power. Because of this, if you follow these things, if you try to follow these things, then Krishna becomes happy, and then he gives blessings, and then we become happy. And then it's very simple. If you're not happy, it means we are doing something not right. Like the word sin comes, I think, from Greek word. I forgot exactly the word, but means in translation means to miss the point. So doing sin means to miss the point. You miss the point of something. You're not doing really that thing, but you miss the point of that thing. So you're doing something opposite with something what should be done in another way. Or you behave with someone improperly. So this is sin. You miss the point about that person. And the second thing, what Kapiladev, so he said, first thing, do things, whatever you're now doing, listening, playing, walking, speaking with someone, do it with the full power, especially your duties. And then he said, second thing is to be grateful for everything what you got in life by Krishna's mercy. So whatever we have in our life, it's Krishna's present for us. Exactly what we need, so be able to grow. Can be sometimes uncomfortable, unpleasant, but let us do the best not to complain and do the best practically, with this. To be grateful, so this is the second thing, to be grateful for all things what we have got in this life by Krishna's mercy. The third thing, he said, Lord Kapaladev said that we need to avoid what doesn't belong to us. We respectfully avoid something what doesn't belong to us. So you're associating with a woman who is not your wife too much, or with a husband which is not your husband too much. It's okay to greet, to nicely, warmly greet, but to associate, to enjoy. So this is not yours. You should avoid these things. So many things can be, Because I have, for example, in my life I had experience where my very good friend, so-called good friend, was associating too much with my ex-wife. So it's not pleasant. It's not pleasant. The fourth thing, which Kapaladev said, Lord Kapaladev said, that you need to be very respectful to those who give you knowledge. Spiritual master, of course. So these four things, he said, to do something what you do it with the full power. If you have a child, be full present there with the child. If you have, like for example, I saw the child and then I remember, then be grateful for everything what we got by Krishna's mercy in life. Really grateful. You really pay attention to it and really, oh Krishna, thank you so much. Wow, this is so beautiful. To know one thing as it is in life, we need a lot of energy and how to say, attention to know it. But we got so many things, so many friends, so many and wife and husband and friends and mother and father, but we don't know nobody, and we are complaining, and not grateful. So we need to shift this concept to return a little bit, reward back, and stop. What I have in my life? Okay, how to know this really? How to be grateful for this? So and then Krishna becomes, finally, now you will grow, Now you will really grow in love, in happiness, in joy. And from you, it will spread to others also, Then avoid what is not yours, and worship those who give you knowledge, like spiritual master and acharyas and sadhus. So, this is something what I wanted to share with you today. So we spoke a little bit about Shanterasa, like a base, like a foundation of all relationships, of all relations. Like you need to be really conscious of someone else's presence. When you're really conscious that other person exists, then you have natural respect. If we develop this respect, that means you're not aware of that person. So you're very far from the person. That means we have relation with our picture about the person. So this is not relationship, this is impersonalism. And there is one story for the end. There is one teacher he was giving a lecture, and all the time during the lecture, some people was making fun of him, laughing and making jokes, searching mistakes. But he was totally jolly and happy, and the disciples was totally angry there behind. But because teacher was speaking the day before about the tolerance, they was trying to be tolerant. And and there was. But after the lecture, they came to teacher and said, dear teacher, we was trying so much to be tolerant. But these rascals, they were so much chastising you and making fun. We wanted to beat them, so much. And please tell us, dear teacher, how you are so happy, you're jolly, they're making fun of you, you're happy. And he said, okay, listen now. And the teacher said, until my 25 years of life, I was caring what others thinks about me. After that, he said, I was not caring anymore what they think about me. But after that, he said, I understood that actually they don't think about me. You understand? He said, actually, they don't think about him. So why become angry? Why become sad when others actually don't think about you? They don't have even close concept, who are you? Neither we have knowledge, really. We're fighting so much to know ourselves, to balance ourselves, what to say about others. So we can be totally compassionate, giving, even if someone is making fun of us. Of course, sometimes you will give someone by slapping that person, But mostly people are innocent. And they need understanding. And then they also change. Did you like the story? It's very good. So we can apply this in our life. We can try to understand when someone is laughing to you or making fun of, or you actually mostly we think that someone is making fun of us. Like one yogi said, to be in fear, you need to apply a huge amount of imagination, he said. To be free from fear, to be relaxed, you don't need to do nothing. So it's really true. To be in fear, we need to apply a lot of imagination. You're imagining so many things. Like this example of a rope in Vedas. Rope and snake. When you confuse rope to be the snake. I mean, these are all things which we can speak about a lot. But let us keep ourselves to really daily work on the Shanterasa. Refresh it every day. That we are respectful toward other person, to really acknowledge the existence of other person. Then all other rasas, other types of or forms of relation will develop. Then we can think about also these 5 principles of Yama. Srila Prabhupada said, remember that if you want to develop faith and steadiness and be strong in spiritual life, you need to follow these 5 steps. So to be non-violent, speak the truth, Brahmacharya, to control senses, and remember those who are in marriage, you can be close, it's not breaking the vow of celibacy if you're close with your partner. So this is a very important thing. And what else? The aparigraha means giving more than stealing. The giving more than taking. Actually, stealing. And what was there? Sorry, I forgot the Sanskrit word. Asteya, not stealing. So we can pay a little bit more attention to this. We can now we have free will. We can now decide, okay, I'll do this now more consciously. I will be more present into it, And also we mentioned these 4 things which Kapila Dev said. Do what you do with full power. Don't be just like this. You play mridanga. No, try to give your best. And when you sing in the best way you can. Nobody will laugh to you. Krishna will love. Clap. When you clap for Krishna, clap in the best way you can. Play karatas in the best way. Cook. Be present there as much as we can. We have a lot of problems and stress and everything around. But it will be more stress if we are not present in what we do. And be grateful, yes, to what we have got in life. It's a great, great miracle what we have got in life. You know how many arrangements needs to, for example, for marriage couple, to meet each other. All universe is playing and making arrangements for two persons to meet. All universe, all demigods, they're so powerful, you know. They're all making arrangements for two persons to meet. And this is something very special. Yes. So your child comes to you. Ooh. It's something very, very special. You know, there is one person, and he came to one school once. I'm sorry, I'm finished with this. He came to one school, and he told to teachers. He gathered teachers. He said, "I'm a special psychologist, and my specialty is to find children with special IQ, you know." And they said, "Okay, I will now find children with special IQ, with high IQ." But he just randomly, after 1 hour, he collected some few children, 5 of them, 6, I don't know. And he brought them, and he said to teachers, "These children, they have very high IQ, very special." And he returned, he left, and he returned after 1 year. And really, those 5, 6 children, they was more advanced than others. Because everybody was treating them like special. And he told them that actually he just randomly chose some children, and they was behaving towards them in a special way. So they advanced more. So if we will treat each other here more with respect and with sense that everyone is very special, as much as we can, you know, everything will be much, much better. And this energy will spread all around the world. So thank you all, dear devotees. Thanks to Shri Panchatattva that they allowed us to associate together and gave us the holy name of Krishna. Prasadam also. So what is now Kirtan? Garartik, huh? Aha, okay. So thank you very much. And I would like to say, we have, if someone is interested, we have 2 books. It's actually 2 parts of glories and pastimes of Srimati Radharani. It's written by Bhakti Purushottama Swami. These are on creation or Bosnian, and if someone is interested, you can come to us and you can take. They're not expensive, but it's very beautiful, very beautiful. So thank you very much, dear devotees. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Vaishnava Thakur ki jai, Hari Bol. So we don't have time for kirtan, huh? Pepnest. 50.
50.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine. Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Oh Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Jai Jai Nitai Gauranga Jai Jai Nitai Gauranga Jai Gaura Hari Jai Jai Gaura Hari Gaura Hari Gaura Hari Jai Jai Nityananda Ram Jai Jai Nityananda Ram Jai Jai Nityananda Ram Jai Jai Nityananda Ram Jai Jai Nitai oh Jai Jai Nityananda Ram Jai Nityananda Ram Jai 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 Jai Nityananda Ram Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.